So greetings and welcome to my front yard. I'm in the process of preparing for this season's deer season, and part of that process is to prepare myself in the event that I should kill a deer. I remember when I was 17 and a half, 18 years old, I told my dad I was going deer hunting. He said, "What if you kill one?" And that is a real and important question. What if you kill one? If you've never killed a deer and you want to get into deer hunting, you need to consider, what if you kill one? So today's video is how to prepare in the event that you kill one. There are plenty of videos out there that show you how to skin a deer. There are plenty of videos out there showing you how to gut a deer. I'm going to show you my process of what happens when I get my deer home. As I said in earlier videos, that I gut my deer in the woods where he drops. The reason being, I want to cool that deer off as quickly as possible. As long as you keep the guts inside the body cavity of the deer, those guts are heating up and warming up, and the body heat is not escaping, and bacteria is building inside that body cavity. You want to release that pressure so you gut your deer, and if the temperature outside is 85 degrees, it's still cooler than the temperature inside the body cavity of that deer. So you always want to gut your deer. Now there is the issue of chronic wasting disease. Some states have chronic wasting disease, and they frown upon you leaving deer carcass out in the woods, and I can understand that. Until they change the law here in Florida and make it illegal to gut my deer in the woods, that's what I'm going to be doing. We have no chronic wasting disease here in Florida, so it's really not an issue. But I've got my deer lift here. I'll show that to you first. I made it in the welding shop. This is one of the perks of owning a welding shop and being a deer hunter. So I've got a winch. It extends out with a cable and a pulley. This is a game hanger. You can buy a game hanger anywhere. They sell sporting goods. You can buy that game hanger at Bass Pro Shop or Tractor Supply or Rural King. I was using this rope and ratchet strap, but this ratchet pulley. But it's burdenous and it takes too much time, and again, time is of the essence, so I've thrown that thing away. I'm not going to use that. It works if that's all you have. Okay, you'll want to find a way to hang your deer eventually. If you don't have to hang your deer, you could skin your deer on the tailgate of the truck. It's just really hard to do. I don't do that. I skinned last week's hog on the tailgate, but I like to skin my deer with a skinning pole, and this is my skinning pole. Now what I'll do is this game hanger. The game hanger attaches to the lower portion of the back legs. There's a Achilles tendon that runs up the back of the leg that's as tight as a banjo string. And then there's a little void between the bone and that tendon. And you need to punch a hole with your knife through that tendon, and then you pop that through each one, and then you'll crank your deer up until you get him to the desired height. And this works really well. It just attaches to the reese hitch at the bottom of my truck. And again, I built this in the welding shop, and I had this boat. This is just an old boat winch, boat trailer winch, and a cable, and a square tube, and a pulley. I got the winch off an old feeder that I had. But I hang my deer with this, and I crank it up. I get it to the desired height, okay, so I can skin my deer. After I got my deer hung and I've skinned him out, I'm going to remove the meat. So if you've never killed a deer and you don't have a freezer, you'll need to consider where you're going to put your meat after you kill your deer. I have a large chest freezer. Then, of course, I always keep room in my freezer in my kitchen. So what I typically do is what I've done is I've quarter out my deer. That means the front two legs, take those off separate. There are no joints that hold the front legs on. Usually what I'll do is after I skin my deer, I'll take the front legs off first and just cut behind the shoulder and cut the connective tissue, and they come right off. And then I lay them out on this table. And this is my table where I lay out my deer meat. So I lay out my 2/4, and then I'll cut out my back straps. Again, there are videos showing you how to do that. And then I package up my back straps. I cut them into individual pieces and then package them up and put them in Ziploc bags. And then put them directly on ice and cool them that way. And then I cut the back hams off and I lay them out on the table as well. And then cut the meat from the bone and package it up. Many times I don't have enough time because time is of the essence, because the deer is getting warm. If you kill your deer, an hour from the truck, it takes an hour for you to find him, there's 2 hours, and then it takes an hour to drive home, there's 3 hours. So you don't have time to waste. It's very important that you get it done quickly. This is my knife set. I'm not partial one to another, just as long as they're sharp. All of these knives, except for one, were given to me as presents. So I've just saved them down through the years. I do have this little scalpel knife. They're kind of popular and have come on the scene as of late. And I like to use a Sawzall. I've got a Sawzall here. When it comes to cutting the skull cap off for saving the antlers, this is real handy. When it comes to splitting the backbone or cutting through ribs, this is real handy. You can use a regular saw, but it's not nearly as quick and efficient. I've got a Sawzall. So hunting involves a lot, especially if you kill one. So you'll need to have a set of knives. I got all my knives are sharp. I don't want to have to do any sharpening while I'm butchering my deer or cutting it or skinning it. So all my knives are already sharp. I've got them all ready to go. And when one gets too dull, well, then I'll just put it down and pick up another. Okay, I don't have any special knife for any special reason. They all are knives and are sharp and cut. Okay, so that's my process. I like to have towels handy, and that's it. The Ziploc bags. As soon as I put the meat in the Ziploc bag, now if I don't have time to do the whole ham, I'll take the ham and I'll wrap it up in freezer paper or wrap it up in cellophane and just put the whole thing in the freezer or put the whole thing in the ice chest and throw ice on it and then come back and deal with it later. I don't want any of my meat spoiling. That would be a tragedy for your meat to spoil in the event that it gets warm. Okay, time is important. So think about that. This is my butchering station. This is where I skin my deer, right out here in my front yard. I don't live in a neighborhood that forbids this type of activity. In fact, I live in a neighborhood where if I'm skinning a deer, people stop and want to come in and look and see. And that's always a fun time. A lot of kids come around, they want to look and see, and I enjoy doing that. Okay, so let's just recap. This is a game hanger. Hang my deer on it. Attached to my lift. I lift my deer with this. This attaches to this hitch of my truck. We got a table, paper towels, Sawzall, good sharp knives, a couple of towels, and Ziploc bags. This is my sharpening bag. I got my sharpening stones in there. Again, I try not to sharpen anything when I'm cleaning my deer. All right, good luck. Hunting season's coming up. I'm going to be going on Thursday. It's supposed to cool off a little bit, so I'm going to go on a management area on Thursday. I didn't hunt this weekend. I typically step out on the first weekend and wait till Thursday, so I'll be hunting on Thursday. All right, good luck. I hope you guys have a good hunting season, and we'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.